We're at St John Fitness with Martin and Graham Moore today. Welcome, Martin. Tell us a little bit about the classes and the stuff that you do here.
We do. It's a private gym. We do. It's all bookings. It's personal training, small group PT, and then classes, bigger classes. We do boot camp circuits, boxercise, that type of stuff.
So obviously you're a personal trainer. How did you get into that in the first place?
To begin with, when I finished playing, I wanted to carry on and keep something like in shape. I went through a little spell and not training at all, but it wasn't really for me. And then we got chance through Players Union, through GMB at what time. Is it still GMB? And we got put on, so we got a level 2 gym instructor. We progressed it through to as level 3, and we started doing some outdoor boot camps and that type of thing. And we ran that for a good few years, and then, I don't know how many years, we decided to give up as jobs that we were doing at time, and we went and did a full-time degree through Wakefield College. And then that progressed to getting this place, getting his own premises and doing it as a full-time job.
You said you did some boot camps, so you got started, you dipped your toes in the water, did those boot camps out in the parks, without any real expense, and got yourself started the fire about, this might be worth it. Then you said you just quit your jobs and did a degree. That's a bit of a big leap.
Yeah, it was a bit. It took some convincing on both of us parts, I think. Gray actually he went before me, so convincing as wives want the easiest job, that we're going to quit full-time jobs. But we did have a little bit of a backup plan. We had it going part-time anyhow, and then we also got into a bit of coaching schools. We did some mainly like fitness classes in schools, which sort of fit in alongside doing degree and doing it, so it helped keep a bit of money coming in while we were going through 3 years. And it just flies. 3 years, it goes in a flash, and then next thing, what do you do with it?
So then you've got the keys to this place.
Yeah.
You've now got a fully fledged business, fledged fitness business. How's it been? How long have you been at it in this venue?
It's just 6 years. 6 years ago we got 6 years on 1st of October we got the keys. We got keys to the place, and from then it's just been it. We had COVID, didn't we, which knocked us back. We thought we were going to lose it all, actually, when that first kicked in. We didn't know where we were going to be, but we managed to get through it. As members stuck with us, a lot of Zoom sessions like everybody else did, and we're still here and going all right.
Just rewinding the years a bit now, you were at Dewsbury the last club you played at, but you got a neck injury. Tell us a little bit about that.
Quite bad, mate, really, wasn't it? That was the end of my career, so you kind of, probably the worst thing you can do as a rugby player is rock up to a game and never play again. It's not planned, it's not a planned retirement thing. We're just doing any old game. I think it was Swinton at home. Everything was normal, everything rosy. I was quite enjoying my rugby, and I suffered a fracture dislocation to like C5 and C6. So it was straight off, stretchered off field, and over to LGI for surgery. So we're in hospital for like a week, had plates and stuff put in there and realigned. So that was kind of it, really. They just told me that chances are you were never going to play again, so you just kind of accept it. So that was a real tough time. Obviously, I'd never really known anything about rugby, other than rugby, sorry. So it was like, what do I do now? So you've got to put a plan in place, haven't you? So I got offered a job. A guy who were a Wakefield Trinity supporter, actually, he'd got his own business, and I kind of started doing a little bit of work. And I trained up to be a plumber. So I started working on building sites and stuff like that. And I've got to admit, probably to start with, I quite enjoyed it. It was all right, just completely different. I didn't fall out of love with rugby, but my coping mechanism was to pretend I'd never played it. So I just kind of got this one-track mind and got into working life, but it didn't last right long. I soon thought, this isn't for me. I know Mark's already touched on it a little bit about kind of wanting to be into health and fit. I missed exercise, I missed being with lads, the group thing. And we got offered the chance through GMB Union to do us personal training certificates. It was hosted over at Featherstone, actually. We did it with Stu. Stu were on there as well, and we kind of set ball rolling. That was probably about 2 years after I'd probably retired, 2 or 3 years afterwards, and that kind of, I was still working. I carried on working as a plumber, and we got us qualifications and started building his business a little bit outdoor, doing outdoor fitness. So it's really easy to set up, kind of get permission for an outdoor space area. So as long as you can use that, and then just set the ball rolling there.
Boot camp. I want to know a little bit more about your boot camps. Boot camps sound ace in England in June, July and August. They sound a little bit grim January, February and March. What's it like?
Very grim as the coach, as an instructor, yeah, but actually people that are doing them loved it. They were probably as busy as classes. you know, people rolling about in mud. We've got some tackle bags and like tyre flipping, and people actually really enjoyed the mud and the rain. So yeah, but it's not great from your point when you stood taking out sessions. But it was good. It was a good laugh. It was a great start.
So the boot camp got you excited, started the fire, and it gave you the confidence to get a venue that we sat in now. What was that like, getting your own gym for the first time?
It was quite scary. Obviously, the next stage up is obviously there's always got to be that element of risk involved. But I think you grow when we didn't rush into it. It did take a few years to build, and I think once you've built a good base and you know you've got a good customer base and people who've been training with you for probably 4 or 5 years doing the same thing, it kind of gives you that little bit more confidence just through asking them, you know, like, would you, let's say, up your membership? You know, like we're looking at an indoor space now. So you have a bit of added confidence to go into that, take that plunge.
If another player was interested in something similar, he's got a career path and he thinks, I want to go down the fitness industry kind of pathway, have you got any advice for them?
If it's what you love doing, then go for it, because it's a great life, you know, like it really is. We love it. There's never a day where it feels like it's the job, you know, like I don't get up on a morning and think, oh, I've got work, or, you know, whereas I haven't passed, you know, obviously. So yeah, I'd say go for it, and obviously between me and Gray, we'd be happy to help anybody who if they wanted to speak to us. And
I'd say 100% all day, go for it. It's brilliant, it's the best job in the world, but you've got to love it. It's the same thing, you've got to probably got to love that as much as you love rugby. And if you do, you'll end up doing a job and you don't feel like it's a job. It's great, but yeah, it's hard work and it's not easy money. It's definitely not. It's definitely money for nothing. It's hard work, but really enjoyable. Helping people and being part of a community still kind of it definitely helps replace rugby for me.
So I hear that big things are happening. You're looking to set up a Saturday morning club for past players.
We are, yeah. We spoke about this a few weeks ago, Fran, didn't we? First time we had an idea, because we're involved a little bit still at Wakefield in that, and then Jay Pitts does a little bit up here for us, and Stu Dickens, player welfare manager at Wakefield. So we said it'd be a good thing to get like more past players in. So on a Saturday morning, it's not going to be a totally weekly event, because it's a big commitment, unless it obviously grew that big. But we're going to start putting on some training sessions. So we're going to do a Saturday morning. A bit of a 30-40 minute circuit, all get in and get stuck in together and do a little bit of a workout, and then stay behind and have a coffee and a chat and some breakfast, and obviously we're helping Rugby League Cares to help getting off the ground. Hopefully we can make it into something that brings players back together again from different eras. It can be at any level, and even if they just want to come for coffee, some of them social, then that's enough, innit?
If I was a past player and I wanted to come to this Saturday morning club, do a bit of training, have a coffee and maybe a bite to it afterwards, how do I get involved? How do I find out more information?
Just get in touch with us. We're on all your social media things out. We can get in touch through you. There's Stu Dickens down at club. There's people, you know, we've got contacts down at club. There's Lee Robinson. Everybody seems to have Lee's email address, and we're in contact with him. So just however you want to do, get in touch with us and get involved, and let's get it started and see where we go from there.
So take a deep breath in, then it's... So while you're doing the entire movement, you're breathing out like a belly breathe.
Some of the boys I speak to, as a player, you know, I was always trying to lose weight. I was never trying to get bigger. You know, it was never a challenge putting weight on. It was losing weight for me. I was always had to be conscious with my diet and my exercise so that I didn't balloon out. But other players, you know, the smaller players like your halfbacks and your wingers, they're always trying to make weight. They're always trying to get a bit heavier, put a bit more muscle, just to make them more resilient to the knocks. And when you finish playing, it's easy to fall back and revert to type. You know, you can lose a lot of weight or gain a lot of weight. Still eat the same amount of calories if we're not careful. And that, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you've got a different body shape, and some of the players I speak to struggle with that, and they're probably not quite prepared for the fact that their bodies can change quite quickly once they stop exercising and they get out of that professional training regime. One of the key benefits of this type of activity is the social element of it. nearly every single player I talk to, the number one thing they miss is being part of the changing room. They don't miss playing or training so much, but they always enjoyed that. It's being part of a team, enjoying that changing room banter, taking the mickey out of each other, and having that social connection. And certainly in retirement, it's easy to lose those social bonds. And this is another great reason why a past players exercise club, past players breakfast club like this is a really worthy addition to any past players association.